Let's head to New York City. Judy Batista is there. Good afternoon, Judy. Let's first talk about how things are going to play out tomorrow. What's the schedule like?
Well, the schedule is Zeke Elliott will be here. His hearing is tomorrow morning here at League headquarters. And then the expectation is it'll take a few days for Harold Henderson to decide what to do about the suspension, whether he reduces it, leaves it intact, vacates it altogether. But certainly it's expected that he will make a decision in time to allow Elliott to figure out what his next step is. The expectation here is that if it is not vacated entirely, and certainly that would seem to be the longest of long shots, that he would get it vacated entirely, that Elliott would probably go to court to seek an injunction which would stall everything, put the pause button on everything, allow him to play while this works its way through court. We've seen that happen before. Tom Brady successfully got an injunction, took the league to court. He won at the lower level and then lost at the appeals court level before ultimately having to serve a suspension. But that would seem to be the path that Elliott is likely to take unless somehow he gets this vacated entirely by Harold Henderson.
And Judy, looking at Harold Henderson and his history and with these cases with regards to the NFL and appeals and suspensions, can we read into any of those previous cases to try to see what's going to happen tomorrow? Is there a way to look into the future with that?
Well, he has been the hearing officer on appeals plenty of times before. Now, lots of people have pointed to the fact that he did reduce Greg Hardy's suspension previously, but he also left intact Adrian Peterson's suspension. So I'm not sure we can read too much into his history handling these kinds of cases. The feeling here is that Ezekiel Elliott would have to come with some new information, some new evidence that he and his team did not present during the year-long investigation that the league conducted into this matter. He will not be able to confront his accuser in person. She will not be here, the woman who is at the center of the accusations that led to this investigation in the first place. But they did conduct extensive interviews with her during the year-long investigation. The league has all kinds of data. They examined photos. They have what's called metadata that is able to determine when those photographs were taken. So Ezekiel Elliott would probably have to come with some new information, some new evidence. And then, of course, the question would be, if you're presenting new evidence now, where has this been all along? So it certainly seems like an uphill climb for Elliott to get this suspension tossed.
Yeah, something that we will be paying close attention to throughout the week. Judy Batista there in New York ahead of Zeke Elliott's appeal. Thanks, Judy.